Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Cindy's Cooking. If you want to know how to make this delicious vegetable rice with smoked herring, stick around and I'll show you how to make it super easy. First, you have to soak the smoked herring overnight. If you have time, I would suggest you soaking it overnight in water and changing the water a couple of times. Or if you don't have time, you could just boil it for a few minutes, 10-15 minutes, boil it to remove all the salt in it. So for the vegetables, I'm using green cabbage, carrots, tomatoes, and bell peppers, and onion. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the cabbage, shred it just big, not too small, not too big, medium size. And the carrots, this is how I cut mine. You can really cut it however you want, but these are the vegetables that I'm using. If you want to add spinach, you can, but I didn't want to add spinach to that one. Normally I like to make my rice and spinach separately. That's another way you can make your rice too. It's so good. But yeah, these are the vegetables that I'm using. Go ahead and wash, clean, and dice them. So for the tomatoes, I dice them pretty big because I like to actually, I don't want the tomatoes to actually overcooked, which is going to be um, difficult, because tomato doesn't take that long to cook. But I dice them pretty big, and I also remove the seeds just to remove. We don't want too much moisture. You know how Haitian rice can be. We don't like the sticky mushy rice. We like our rice to be grainy and delicious. If you know what I mean. If you're Haitian, you know what I mean. But let's keep going. So now this is the cabbage. You see how big I cut it? Not too big, not too small. Just shred it enough size. So after I've cut all my vegetables, we're gonna go ahead and start cooking. So I am using vegetable oil because I like gratin. If you don't want the crunchy gratin, you can use olive oil, but I'm using vegetable oil or canola oil is fine. Give you that crunchy. if you want that crispy, the bottom rice. Anyways, let's go ahead and fry the smoked herring for about 5 minutes. You want it to get really brown. The lighting is gonna change because I didn't bring my light. So yeah, I'm using the overhead light. So you see the color, it's brown. Let it get toasty because you want all the flavors. And then after that time, go ahead and add your Epis. And I'm doing all this in medium-high heat. So we're gonna get the Epis toast for a couple minutes. You want all the flavors. The longer you let it toast, the better. And I added my cloves for flavor. Cloves are the best. I love cloves. I cannot cook without cloves. It's like, how can you cook Haitian food without cloves? Anyway, so I just added my onion and bell peppers. We're gonna let them stir fry for a little bit. We're gonna add all the vegetables actually, except for the tomatoes. Like I said earlier, I don't want my tomatoes to be overcooked because I actually want to bite into it when I'm eating the rice. So yeah, I just added my vegetables. So now we're gonna stir it and then add all our seasonings and then let it steam for a couple minutes. So for seasoning, I am using, of course, Knorr chicken seasoning, and I'm using Goya from this brand called Loisa. It's the best. Their spices are really amazing, actually. Good stuff. So you should check them out. And I used Sazon and um, I'm sorry. Okay, so I added black pepper and salt, and I'm gonna add my allspice. I like to add a little bit of allspice, not too much. Give it a stir and then cover, let it steam. Sorry, before you cover it, make sure you add your parsley, thyme, and pepper. Of course, hot scotch bonnet pepper or whatever hot pepper you like. If you like it spicy, I like mine a little bit of spicy with a little bit of heat because this is the rice we're gonna eat simply like that by itself. So yes, you might want to add a little bit of pepper. So after you let it steam for a few minutes, go ahead, give it a stir. And what we're gonna do now is add our tomatoes and water. And since we are cooking fish, you have to add a little bit of lime juice, lemon juice, or vinegar, whatever that you have in your possession. You gotta add a little bit because we're cooking fish. So, I mean, I know it's smoked, it's a little bit different, but you still gotta add some acidity. So I added my tomatoes in the water, cold water. So I used 3 cups of water for this recipe, and I'm cooking 4 cups of rice. When it comes to Haitian rice, our water ratio and rice ratio is very different. It's not the same like the American do, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. We don't do that. If you want that type of Haitian rice, you gotta go low on the water, more rice. And the secret to it is make sure you let it steam for a long time. So after the water is boiled, taste it and adjust the seasoning if you need to. I tasted mine and it needed a little bit more salt, so I added the salt and I washed my rice, rinsed it, and now I'm adding it to the boiled water. It looks like, the rice is too much, it may not cook, but I guarantee it's going to cook. That's how we cook our rice. This is why our rice is so different and it's amazing. So after you've added your rice, go ahead, give it a stir, and of course add a little bit of butter if you want to. You don't have to. I like adding butter to my food because it makes it better. It really does bring out flavor. So like I said, it looks like it's not gonna cook, but don't worry, it will. It will. So you're gonna lower your heat now to low and let the liquid dries up. All the liquid, let it all dries up, and after that you're gonna give it another stir and then cover it to let it steam. If you're not as confident, if you still feel a little bit skeptical, you can use aluminum foil to cover the rice and then cover with the cover on top of the foil, if you know what I mean. Back home we use plastic, so to be safe or to be political correct, we're gonna say foil because some people are afraid of plastic, but we've been using plastic forever, and I still use plastic, and I'm still alive, and my grandparents are still alive. Knock on wood, thank God. So I don't think there's really much wrong with using plastic, but feel free to use whatever you want to use. So After the liquids had dried up, what I did, I give it a stir again, and then I cover it and let it steam for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. You gotta give it that time, and everything will be perfectly cooked. Like I said, if you don't feel comfortable just covering it like that, you can use plastic or the tin foil, whichever one, it's gonna work out great. Or you can just cover it like that and let it steam. It will. I promise you, it will. And look at it, perfectly cooked. It looks so gorgeous. I know my lighting is horrible. I am so sorry. I am working on that. I'll be sure to have better lighting. You know, it was bright and then all of a sudden it's dark. But yeah, this is it, you guys. I'm telling you, it's so delicious. This is something we eat for breakfast back home, but I can eat this anytime, any day, without any sauce, just like that. It's amazing. I hope you like this video. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And I will definitely be posting more on YouTube, like I said now. It's really hard to be active on all social media platforms. I've been very active on Instagram, so I'm deciding to come back to YouTube because YouTube benefits me a lot more than IG right now. But yeah, and I enjoy making those videos for you guys, so I think it's better that I post more on here and post a little bit on Instagram. And now Instagram is really not that profitable for us creators. They don't really support us like YouTube does, so I'm definitely gonna come back on YouTube. And I've been posting shorts. I still try to keep stay active a little bit, and my page has been growing. And if you are new here, thank you for coming on here. My name is Cindy. I am one of those creators on TikTok. Why did I just say that? On YouTube, on Instagram, I'm everywhere. Thank you. Bye. Subscribe.